Hey everybody, it's Oak here, coming back at you, taking a look at some of the different bushcrafting tools that I have found useful personally in my time going out into the woods and building shelters, and as I'm increasing my tools for our eventual off-grid living and building our own home. This isn't necessarily something I use for building our home, but for teaching the family how to do some of this stuff and what trees to the deadfall to choose, and for cutting them down, is you want tools that are going to be reasonably reliable, that aren't going to be things that will break immediately, but at the same time, I'm notorious for going on the cheap. There's some great tools out there, some expensive tools, but I like to see what I can find and make use of. Fairly simple, frugal. I like the term frugal, that's how I like to describe myself, but others would say cheap. So this example here is a folding saw, because a folding saw is something that you definitely want to have with you, because it packs away fairly easily into your pack, can be carried around, pulled out, cleaned off easily. I do have a collapsible bow saw that I keep at our shelter. It's one out of Nova Scotia. It used to be my wife's grandfather's, and it's a beautiful thing. It's awesome, hard to keep tight. So you want something that you can really build a tension around. So that's where a folding saw can come in, because you're not as worried about that. Now this one's a little on the small side. The blade's only about 7 inches, 8 inches there. So, but it's more than enough. I have actually been able to cut through 6-inch deadfall with this. You just got to be creative and going around it. And this is something that you're actually able to teach your kids how to use very safely. Blade locks open. I press that, fold it shut. The blade is protected inside here from the hand, a nice closed handle. This one's actually my son's. We have 2. I made sure to have 2 in case one fell apart. So our initials are on them. And this is his, for him to cut small pieces of firewood, starter wood, tinder, and he does that for me. And he's starting to work up to slightly bigger pieces of deadfall to help with building the shelter. And this is an invaluable tool. It's amazing what it can cut through, because if you take a look, it has a nice aggressive tooth pattern, right? Look at those teeth, nice and aggressive. It'll go through things so quickly, and sure, a nice silky saw, a nice Japanese pole saw would be nice. Yeah, for sure. But $4 I can get this from the dollar store, and like I said, I've got 2 of them, and they fit in one of the pockets on my pack. So how easy is that? The other side of it too, it fits in my pocket, and I can hang it up anywhere around the site when we're at the shelter. So that's a great one. I love it. This is one of my, definitely my portable tools. I'll put that in there. I'm going to show you one other one that I like. It is still portable, although I did have to make classic cardboard sheath for. It's a larger, more aggressive saw that my son calls the hawk saw because of that. Because I'll hang it up on a tree by the hook right there. That's actually sharpened just that little bit so that you can get small little bits off. Sometimes I'll kind of prune the deadfall, but more often than not, my son will follow me up and prune the deadfall with this or with a small hatchet that I've taught him how to use. And my son is 6. You can teach them how to use these tools safely, as long as you know how to use them safely. So again, take a look at this. Nice, aggressive teeth, a nice 1 foot cutting area, and on a curve, so you get a really good cut. And I've gone through some decent sized pieces of wood with this. It is a little wobbly, will probably warp after a bit. This was another one from the dollar store. It cost me about $3.50. Schmidt is the brand name. I'm not being paid by any of these companies to promote these. These are just items I like. I made a lanyard myself so that I can have that on my hand when I'm out there, because my glove has a cuff and this tends to fall inside the cuff. So if I let go, that saw is right there and I'm not losing it in the snow or leaves or foliage or anything like that. But I do hang it up in my garage by that. Definitely one of my favorite pieces. But like I said, I did have to make myself a cardboard sheath to protect it. But what that happens is I end up packing this at the bottom of my backpack where the bedroll is with the tarps, and I slide that into the lines that hold that in place, and that holds nice and tight. So there you go, 2 items I consider essential for your bushcrafting adventure, especially for a starter, right there. Folding saw and an aggressive blade saw. Nothing too fancy, right? On the cheap, this is less than $10 for these two pieces, and it makes sure that you can actually do stuff. Really useful. I've been blown away by how great these things are. So that's me coming at you about these tools. Have a great day. Stay strong, stay healthy, and stay safe, guys.